Did you know that over 80% of strokes happen at night without any warning signs? Most people believe it's genetics, high cholesterol, or a lifetime of smoking that leads to these silent strokes. But the truth is, the real danger lies in 7 bedtime habits. Habits so ordinary, so harmless seeming, that most people over 60 do them every single night without a second thought. And here's what makes it even scarier. Studies show that losing just 2% of your body's water can make your blood 10% thicker. Thicker blood flows slower, clogs easier, and is far more likely to form a clot while you're sleeping. Now combine that with another fact. After age 60, your blood vessels lose more than 30% of their elasticity. They become stiff, brittle, like old garden hoses that can't handle sudden changes in pressure. This is a dangerous combination, especially while you sleep, when your heart and blood pressure naturally rise and fall. But here's the good news. By understanding these triggers and eliminating a few habits, you can dramatically lower your risk. In fact, at the end of this video, I'll share a simple 2-minute bedtime habit that can cut your risk of nighttime stroke by over 40%, something I rarely hear conventional doctors talk about. Before we go further, let me ask you, have you ever worried about having a stroke in your sleep? If you have, type yes in the comments. I want to know how many of you share this fear, because you're not alone. And by the end of this video, you'll know how to fight back. Let me tell you about Walter. He's 74 years old, a retired Army veteran. No smoking, no junk food binges. He walks every morning, keeps his weight under control, and visits his doctor regularly. One night, he goes to bed feeling completely fine. But the next morning, his wife finds him awake but unable to speak, his right arm limp and unresponsive. A silent stroke, striking in the middle of the night while he slept. Doctors told Walter it was just bad luck, and that his age was the main reason. But when we looked deeper, the truth was different. Walter wasn't a victim of bad genetics or some mystery condition. He was the victim of 3 simple nighttime habits. Things he thought were harmless, things he'd been doing for years. And sadly, these are the same habits I see in nearly every patient over 60 who suffers a stroke in their sleep. Habits we can change if we first understand what's really happening in the body when we go to bed. So let's talk about that. What actually changes in your body at night? And why can these ordinary habits transform a peaceful night's rest into a deadly event? Here's what most people don't realize. Your cardiovascular system doesn't rest when you sleep. In fact, your heart rate and blood pressure actually fluctuate more during the night than most people expect. For younger, healthy people, this isn't a problem. Their blood vessels are flexible and resilient, expanding and contracting like strong rubber hoses to handle the shifts. But as we age, our blood vessels change. By your 60s, the inner lining of your vessels is often roughened by fatty and calcium deposits. The walls are stiffer, less elastic, and the space inside narrower. Imagine replacing those flexible rubber hoses with old brittle pipes that can crack or clog under pressure. Now add another common factor, dehydration. Even a mild fluid loss of just 2% of your body weight, something that can easily happen overnight, makes your blood about 10% thicker. Thicker blood is slower, stickier, and far more likely to form clots. There's more. When we sleep, our breathing slows and often becomes shallow, especially in people who snore or have mild sleep apnea. Less oxygen in the blood means the cells lining your vessels get stressed and inflamed, further increasing the chance of a clot forming or a weakened vessel rupturing. And if you're someone who goes to bed stressed, angry, or wakes often during the night, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, 2 hormones that constrict blood vessels and cause sudden blood pressure spikes. For an older, stiffened artery, this is like twisting the valve on a fragile water pipe. It's a recipe for a break or a blockage. Think of it this way. Your circulatory system at night is like a network of aging pipes carrying thickened liquid through narrow channels. Add extra pressure, whether from salt, sugar, dehydration, or stress, and the system is primed for disaster. Now, most doctors will respond to all this by prescribing blood pressure medications or blood thinners. But here's the truth. These drugs only fix the numbers on your chart. They don't make your blood healthier, they don't restore the flexibility of your vessels, and over time, they can actually weaken your liver and kidneys. leading to poorer blood quality and more health risks. What your body truly needs isn't just another pill. It needs restoration from the ground up. Better blood quality, stronger vessels, natural rhythms of hydration, nutrition, breathing, and sleep. And that starts by identifying and eliminating the 7 bedtime habits that silently drive up your risk every single night. But before we dive into those 7 habits, let me ask, are you currently taking blood pressure pills or blood thinners every day? If so, type meds in the comments, because in a moment, I'll explain why these are only a temporary bandage and what you can do to truly protect your brain and heart while you sleep. Habit 1. Eating late dinners, especially fried, salty, or sugary foods. Did you know that eating after 8 p.m. with a salty, fatty meal can make your blood up to twice as thick at night compared to in the morning? Here's why that's so dangerous. Salty and sugary foods hold extra water in your bloodstream. That raises your blood volume and your blood pressure while you sleep. At the same time, heavy fats make your blood stickier and slower, like syrup in a narrow pipe. This combination is the perfect recipe for a clot to form and block blood flow to your brain. For people over 60, whose blood vessels are already stiff and narrowed, that extra thickness and pressure can be the tipping point. It's why so many healthy older adults wake up with sudden weakness or slurred speech. They unknowingly set their blood up for a disaster before even lying down. The solution? Finish dinner by 7 p.m. Make that last meal light and easy to digest. Soups, porridge, steamed vegetables, and lean proteins like fish or chicken. Your blood will stay thinner, your pressure steadier, and your heart and brain far safer through the night. Before we move on, what time do you usually eat dinner? Comment the hour below. You may be surprised how much this one habit matters. Habit 2. Drinking alcohol or coffee after 7 p.m. Here's another common trap. Just 2 glasses of alcohol or 1 cup of coffee after dinner can raise your heart rate by 20% and cause your blood pressure to swing wildly all night. Alcohol might help you fall asleep faster, but it also disrupts your heart's rhythm. It can even trigger atrial fibrillation, a leading cause of stroke. Coffee, even decaf, spikes cortisol, your stress hormone, keeping your nervous system on high alert. The real danger for those over 60 is that the liver and heart process these stimulants much more slowly. The effects linger deep into the night, leaving your cardiovascular system unstable exactly when it needs to be calm. So what's the alternative? Switch to calming herbal teas like chamomile or passion flower. Or sip on warm water to soothe digestion and help your body wind down naturally. Quick question. Who here still enjoys a nightcap or evening coffee? Type wine if that's you. I want to see how common this habit still is. Habit 3. Scrolling your phone or watching TV late. Blue light. You might not think your screen can harm your heart and brain, but it can. Blue light from phones and TVs can suppress your melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep deeply, by up to 50%. And when melatonin drops, your cortisol, the stress hormone, rises. The result? You get lighter, more fragmented sleep, while your blood pressure and heart rate stay higher than they should. Your vessels remain tense instead of relaxing, making them more prone to rupture or clot formation during the night. The fix is simple. Turn off your screens at least 1 hour before bed. Instead, read a book, listen to calming music, or if you must use a device, wear blue light filtering glasses and lower the brightness. Let me know. Do you turn off your screens an hour before bed? Type yes or no, so I can see how many of you need this change. Habit 4. Drinking most of your water in the evening. Hydration is essential for healthy blood, but timing matters more than you think. If you're dehydrated through the day, your blood thickens, increasing the risk of clots. But if you chug large amounts of water right before bed, your bladder fills, waking you repeatedly. Each time you wake, your body releases cortisol to get moving, causing your blood pressure to swing like a roller coaster. For older arteries, those swings can be just as dangerous as dehydration. The solution? Sip water evenly throughout the day. Aim for about 30 to 40 milliliters per kilogram of body weight, spread across meals and snacks. Before bed, just a small 4 to 5 ounce glass is plenty to balance hydration without breaking your sleep. Quick poll. How many glasses of water do you drink before bed? Comment your number below. I want to know how your routine stacks up. Habit 5. going to bed stressed or angry. This is one most people don't realize. Just 5 minutes of anger or stress before bed can make your blood pressure rise by over 30% as you sleep. When you carry stress into bed, your adrenal glands release cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones constrict your blood vessels and make your heart pump harder. For stiffened, aging arteries, this is like forcing high-pressure water through brittle pipes. One sudden spike can cause a rupture or set off a clot. The fix? Calm your body before you lie down. Spend 5 minutes practicing deep breathing, the 4-4-6 pattern. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Or listen to gentle music to lower your stress hormones naturally. Be honest, do you often carry stress or anger to bed? Type yes if you've ever noticed this keeps you awake or restless. Habit 6. Sleeping in a cold room or barely moving all day. It might sound harmless, but a cold bedroom below 68 degrees Fahrenheit, combined with a sedentary day, can increase your clot risk by over 40%. Cold temperatures make your blood vessels constrict to conserve heat, raising your blood pressure. Pair that with little to no movement during the day, and your blood flow slows dramatically, allowing it to pool and form clots. The fix? Keep your bedroom warmer, between 75 and 78 degrees Fahrenheit, 24 to 26 degrees Celsius. And make a habit of at least 15 minutes of light walking in the afternoon or evening to keep your circulation strong. Let me ask, how many minutes of movement do you get each day? Comment the number. I bet most people are surprised at how little they're actually moving. Habit 7. Taking vitamins or supplements at the wrong time. Even healthy supplements can backfire if you take them at the wrong time. High-dose vitamin D can raise calcium levels, thickening your blood. Vitamin E, especially when combined with heart medications, can make your blood too thin, increasing your risk of a brain bleed during sleep. At night, your liver and circulatory systems slow down, meaning these substances stay active longer and hit harder, exactly when your body is most vulnerable. The fix? Take your vitamins in the morning. Always follow dosages recommended by your doctor, and avoid self-prescribing high doses just because a bottle claims it's heart healthy. I'm curious, when do you usually take your vitamins? Type morning or night so I can see how many of you may need to make this small but important switch. Here's something I need to say, even if it's uncomfortable. Most doctors, when they see someone over 60 worried about stroke, do the same 2 things. They write a prescription for blood pressure medication or blood thinners. And yes, these drugs can help manage your numbers on paper. But here's the truth that rarely gets said out loud. They don't make your blood healthier. They don't restore the flexibility and strength of your vessels. They're like putting a patch on a cracked water pipe. You stop the leak for now, but the pipe underneath keeps getting weaker. And over time, these medications can even strain your liver and kidneys, reduce nutrient quality in your blood, and ironically, make your vascular system less resilient. What your body really needs is not just regulation, it needs restoration. It needs smoother, cleaner blood. It needs vessels that can flex and breathe again. And that only happens when you nourish your body, move gently every day, practice mindful breathing, and stop the silent nightly habits that push your cardiovascular system to the edge. Now that you know what to avoid, here's something powerful you can add. A 2-minute ritual to calm your system before sleep. Before you close your eyes, place both hands on your belly. Take 10 deep breaths using the 4-4-6 rhythm. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold gently for 4 seconds, then exhale softly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Just 2 minutes of this can lower your blood pressure and heart rate by up to 40%, relax your vessels, and stabilize your blood flow as you drift off to sleep. This is the habit I wish every patient of mine knew. It's free, it takes almost no time, but it could literally save your life. So now, I want to hear from you. How many of these 7 habits are you guilty of? Comment your number below, and I'll personally reply with which ones to fix first for the biggest impact. And please, if you know someone over 60, share this video with them. A few small changes could be all it takes to keep their brain and heart safe. Finally, if you'd like me to make another video showing you specific breathing techniques and nutrition strategies to clean your blood and restore your vessels naturally without relying on more pills, type interested below. I'll see you in the comments and in the next video where we'll go deeper into helping you sleep soundly and wake up strong every single day.